So I'm boarding right now for my flight to Bangalore, where I'm gonna join the tech summit that's happening at the Palace Gardens. It's an event where hopefully I'm gonna meet a lot of startups from the Bangalore ecosystem. So I'll see which sectors are represented, which technologies we can find and experience. And my goal is to connect the entrepreneurs and startups that need, for example, investment or that need support or launching customers in Europe. See if I can connect them to my European network. So I just landed in Bangalore. It's a 1.5 hour flight from Pune. It's Tuesday night. Tomorrow is the start of the Tech Summit. So I have one evening to just find my way to my hotel. I'm staying in the same place as I was during the trade mission. So I know where to go and I know where to get good food. So that's my mission for tonight. Just reach my place, drop my stuff, get some nice food. Happy arrival. Now let's find a taxi and make my way into the city. It's like another hour to get into the city. Just gonna book an Uber now and make my way into Bangalore. Welcome to Bangalore. I arrived to my hotel yesterday. I had a really nice South Indian dinner and a very good rest. This morning I went to Covent Park, which is a nice park in the heart of Bangalore. I'm all ready and energized to go to the Bangalore Tech Summit. It's all part of my personal plan to basically become a middle woman between the Dutch and the Indian ecosystem. Because I used to work with startups in the Netherlands for one of the top tech incubators in Delft in South Holland. So I'll take you along with me and let's go. Okay, so I literally just walked in without any registration desk. Welcome to the Bangalore Tech Summit! I'm gonna look for some food first because I am famished. So I guess this hall has the innovations from India. This is the Startup Showcase Hall. This is this is about India's mission to the moon. ISRO, that's the space agency of India. Pretty cool. I'm gonna check that out as well. Awesome. Just surprised how easy it was to get in here. Like anyone can literally walk into this place. It's a pretty cool place. Look at it. Wow. Proper fairy tale palace. Whoa. This is where the dogs are happening. Okay, so it actually looks like I can also enter the conference without having a delegate ticket. So that's good news. I'm Dutch. I like cheap. No, I would definitely pay for a ticket, but it looks like I can just enter. Let me just find my way. Follow the food smell. Whoa, that's really fancy, huh? Yeah. All these countries are partnering up in the event. And look who's there! Netherlands! I am still looking for food. I just found a food court or like a lunch buffet, but that was only for delegates. And so that's where my free entrance party stopped. I couldn't enter there, so now I'm looking for another food court. And I noticed that I'm getting a bit hangry, so it's about time I find some good food. Alright, so I got a delegate pass, so that means I can go to the conference now. So that's good news. I also just had food, so I'm completely charged. I'm back at the entrance, so I'll go back in. I'll quickly go to the startup pavilion, see what's going on there, and then I will go to the conference hall to see the talks by the Dutch embassy. That's happening at 4. And after that there are some talks about sustainable technology for the future, agricultural tech. And then at 6 there's a talk by one of the co-founders of Infosys, which is one of the biggest tech companies in India and maybe even in the world. So it's a pretty promising program. Let's make our way into those startup tents. Okay, so we're now off to this sort of a roundtable discussion about women in space. So they invited some inspirational speakers. Let's find the room and see what they have to say. So far so good. I met quite some interesting people. I'm learning that a lot of companies here do something in like software related, ICT related. So there's a lot of cybersecurity, marketing solutions, sales solutions to help startups grow. Yeah, so it's different than my network, that's more in the deep tech space, but so far so good. It's quite interesting.
Of course, I have to mention this very famous quote. That's one small step for men, or a man. I think there's still discussion about that. But one giant leap for mankind. Very male-dominated, and the only real reference I have of the space sector and the role of women in this sector comes from a movie. The movie is called Hidden Figures. I don't know if anyone is familiar with that movie. I see the panelists nodding. It portrays the lives of 3 African-American women who are working in the space sector. They work at NASA in the 1960s during the height of the space race. And the movie depicts the struggles and the discrimination that they face. Despite their undeniable talent, they are not given the same rights, the same opportunities as their white male colleagues.
Right now, I'm currently holding the post of Deputy Director of ISTRAC, ISRO's Telemetry Tracking Command Network, wherein my team takes care of all of ISRO's low Earth satellites and interplanetary missions around the clock. So we work 24/7, 365 days.
Appreciate this fireside chat of legend, legacy, and leadership. Indeed, this podium is Nikki going to take us through this fireside chat.
Only solutions to any country to solve its problem of poverty. There is no otherism. Let me assure you, there is no otherism. I have studied reasonably deeply. So anybody who says other way may not be telling the whole truth. So what you need is free markets where government doesn't interfere, and second, entrepreneurship where government goes out of its way to encourage the entrepreneurs.
Today is Friday, and this morning I'm bringing a visit to the university I studied at 4 years ago. So I'm going to visit the alumni office. I know they also have some startup activities. They have a small incubator, which is called NSR Cell. So I'm just going to walk around campus, have a coffee for nostalgia's sake, and meet people at the alumni office, and just share the fact that I'm living in India now and that I'm open to help them build maybe some connection to Dutch universities. There's a lot of opportunities out there, and it's also just fun to go back there and just yeah, kind of recollect my memories. So I'm on my way there and I'll show you the campus as well. Guys, I'm in again. So I just registered and I was summoned to go to the reception. So I'll do that now. But it's so good to be back. Look at this campus. It's so pretty. I mean, just look at this place. It's a gorgeous piece of Bangalore. It's also very quiet. If you wouldn't have the honking of Branagata Road on the background, it would literally feel like you're in the middle of a jungle. Yeah, what a place. I'm sure you can notice, but I'm very excited to be back and to show you this. Ah, see, these are the animals that live here, or the birds. So the Brahmin kite is here, purple sunbird. Oh, there's more. The laughing dove. Nice name. Wow. Okay, let's go find the reception. Interesting. They have a climate clock here. It shows the time left before we reach global warming of 1.5. So 5 years, 23 days, 232 days, 22 hours, 19 minutes and 3 seconds. Time is ticking, people. Alright, so I just had a short meeting with the Alumni office and the International Affairs office. And they offered me to become an official alumni, so I can also connect with the network here and in Pune and in Delhi. It's all over the place. So that's a really cool offer. I mean, other than that, it's just nice to walk around here, remember all the things that happened here. So I remember that in this hallway we used to have improvisation theater. So we just had to learn to build up each other's scenarios, and instead of saying but, saying and, being constructive about things instead of being super critical and always thinking about the things that are not possible, but think about possibilities and help each other build those stories. So that was a really interesting class. And then here I had a class of innovation and technology. Yeah, and what I also really remember from here is that back in Europe, when you study business administration or business management, it's really like becoming textbook smart. You learn about all these methods on how to manage a team efficiently and how to kind of organize your supply chain in the most efficient and effective way, and how to come up with profitable business models, and how to have brainstorms. And so it's all very practical and functional, and it's just you have to learn those skills and then you can apply them, and then that's it. As a person, there's no connection to it, let's say. And I remember from the courses here, embedded leadership, for example, that was one course where we really looked at ourselves as as individuals and how we grew over the years through our personal experiences, and then how those experiences influence our perspective on things. So how they influence our decision making as well, and to become aware of that, of the fact that you do look at the world in a certain way because you have a certain background, because you're white, or because you come from an affluent family, because you had many opportunities, or maybe because you had a lot of setbacks in your life and you had to fight for your place. It just really influences on how you look at things and how you look at other people and how you judge them and how you make decisions. And I think those courses were super insightful and helpful to actually become a good leader instead of just learning a couple of skills and executing them. So yeah, I'm really grateful for the things I've learned here, even though I'm like a goldfish, so I usually forget about things quite fast. That's also why it's good to come back to these places and remember what you got from them. So this is the library. Looks like you're having a book sale. Hello.
Library recommended books.
Library recommended books.
Yes. 52.95.
How to be happy at work, winning hearts and
You are
minds.
a student from here.
I'm an alumni student.
You recommend for library any books you like there.
For sure. Vloggers boot camp. Maybe they also have a vloggers boot camp. I'm still a noob at vlogging, so I can use some new knowledge about it. Let's see. I bought this one. It's in line with the stuff I'm doing right now personally. It's quite common here for students to study throughout the night. So I remember like going to sleep at 10, 11 and then waking up at 9 in the morning and having like 3 missed calls at like 3 a.m. in the morning of someone that wanted to study with me or like work on a project. And I'm like, dude, I'm sleeping at 3 a.m. But yeah, in case we were studying at night or partying in one of the hostel blocks, this is where we used to go and have our cheese Maggie on the left side of lunch. So loads of good memories.
I hate you.
I just had a nice conversation with a German student that's doing a dual degree from Paris. So it's interesting to hear about his experiences here and that he's also studying day and night because he took a lot of quantitative courses. Invited him to Pune, so maybe he'll come. So this is where we had a lot of small celebrations, cultural parties. Like for Diwali, there was like fireworks over here. So this is like the main square where people usually meet up. So we just saw the sign of birds that are living here, and now I remembered that I also encountered a lot of like huge spiders that would just like spun a web across one of these paths. And once I was running around campus and there was this huge snake. I still don't know which snake it was, but I literally like saw it in front of me and then it just went into the bushes. And it's nice living in this kind of forest-like setting, but yeah, it also comes with the wildlife. But yeah, oh look, this is the spider I was talking about. Oh, that's actually pretty cool that we get to see one. I had a great time revisiting campus and meeting all these lovely people here who are so easy to connect to. I had a really nice conversation with an exchange student from Paris. I just met a security guard that I know from 4 years ago, and it's kind of cool to see that things didn't change and you still have the same nice vibe over here. And of course, just being surrounded by trees is amazing. So it's been great to revisit campus. I'm gonna make my way back to the Bangalore Tech Summit, but I hope you enjoyed my little tour of IMB, where I spent 4 great months 4 years ago. So I'm a very happy person for coming here and seeing this again. So yeah, peace out. So I'm on my way to the last 2 sessions that I'll be attending. Bangalore Tech Summit has been focusing on mostly fintech, agri-tech, agriculture sector, and biotech and medtech. They also had this tent for the display of technologies that were used for the Chandrayaan launch. So that was pretty cool as well. I filmed a little bit there. It's So yeah, all in all, it's been a really interesting event. I met some companies that are interested in working in the Netherlands or doing pilots with public partners or private partners in the Netherlands. So I'll see if I can set something up for them. Hopefully be of value for Indian companies that want to scale to Europe. All in all, it was it was nice. I learned a lot, got to know people, and I really believe that India is actually going to break some boundaries and have social impact through new technologies. So I'm very excited to see what the future holds for Bangalore and the rest of India. But yeah, it's been great.